For some reason, these tires seem to get a bad rap, but I'm gonna say right off the bat, so far, I don't have any major issues with them. So this is probably where some of you guys might get offended, I guess. I hope not. There's no reason to. What is up, y'all? Jesse here with Adventure Endeavor. Thanks for joining us today on this video. And today we are going to be talking tires. So if you don't know, my wife, Melissa, and myself live on the road full time. And we travel in our travel trailer. We have a Ram 2500 and a Jeep Grand Wagoneer. We love this lifestyle because we're able to go wherever we like, whenever we like. And along the way, we do a ton of off-roading. This video is actually going to be all about tires. So we recently were given, I want to come out front and say that, we were given some Milestar Patagonia MTs for the old Grand Wagoneer. And this video, I just want to break down what our thoughts are of these tires. Other than being given the tires, we were not paid or anything like that. We were just given a set of tires, and I'm just going to be completely honest. And we hope you guys like this video and enjoy this information. So I want to start with the road manners of these tires. We do a lot of off-roading, but we also do a lot of traveling. We do daily drive this old Grand Wagoneer. So how do they handle on the road? First impressions were that the tires were very squishy.
Squishy. Come here, Squishy.
I was just going with your standard 35 PSI, and they just seemed like they had quite a bit of roll in them in the sidewalls. And then I read online a little bit that people like to overinflate them slightly. I guess there's a crown in the tire, which makes sense looking at the tire. And to be honest, that helped quite a bit. I run them about 37 PSI, and we have 35-inch tires. And that helped. They're fairly quiet, in my opinion, for such an aggressive mud terrain. I personally don't have any complaints as far as a mud terrain on the noise level of these, and definitely airing up a little higher helped as well. I do think that if I switched to an all-terrain, obviously the noise would go down quite a bit. I did do a decibel meter in the Jeep before we put Dynamat in it, and then after Dynamat in it, and it went down about almost 10 decibels. So the Dynamat helped, but I can just tell that a lot of the noise is coming from the tires, but it's a mud terrain. If I went to an all-terrain, I would probably get a lot better noise reduction. I have only rotated them once, and I feel like they're wearing totally fine, especially with our twin traction beam setup on the front of the Jeep. They're really prone to more tire wear. So far, pretty good. I mean, I would give it a 7 out of 10 for road manners, noise, and wear. Now I want to talk about the different terrains, and I'm going to give you guys a rating, just completely my opinion. This whole video is my opinion, and keep in mind that I've been off-roading for a long time. I've had a lot of different vehicles and a lot of different tires. My main type of terrain would just be dirt. So dirt roads, whooped sections, you know, stuff like that. We do a lot of high-speed stuff with this Wagoneer.
I want to go fast.
And we have done a lot of high-speed stuff in the past as well. So far in dirt, I don't really have any complaints. It seems pretty good in general, these tires. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. They haven't necessarily excelled, and they also necessarily haven't been bad, so I'm gonna go with the 7 out of 10. All right, our next type of terrain that we've probably been spending the most amount of time in would be rocks, like rock crawling or just rocky trails. So far, I'm pretty happy with their grip on rocks. They seem pretty impressive. Especially when you air down. I mean, depending on the trail, we've aired down from 37 to, 17, and we've even gone down to like 13 a couple times, and they've been great. Very grippy. We don't notice losing a lot of traction on a lot of different areas. Our Jeep does have a rear locker and it's open in the front, but so far, no complaints on the rocks either. I'd probably give it a 8 out of 10, which is, it's a mud terrain. So mud. I don't really have a lot of experience in mud because I hate mud, and I do my best to avoid it. I know that's weird because these are mud terrain tires. The only experience I have is in my dad's field in his backyard. They collected a lot of mud. They have those big side lugs. They collect a lot of mud, but they also cleared the mud quickly once I got them up to, 5-10 miles per hour. So that's really my only experience. They seem okay. I'm just going to say 6 out of 10, which seems weird because they're mud trains, but that's just because I don't have experience. I don't want to oversell it. I'm just being honest with my limited experience. Next terrain would be snow. We have been on one trip where we encountered a good amount of snow. We were up on a trail. We camped overnight. Next morning, we had about 6 inches of fresh snow. The ground underneath was rocky and also dirt road in a lot of places. And the tires seemed pretty good. A little slipping on some of the rocks. Obviously they were covered with snow, but once we got onto the dirt road that had snow on it, no slippage. We were going slow. I did have it in 4 high just to be on the safe side because we were on a shelf road. So I'm going to give them a 7, I think. Like I said, I haven't experienced any issues. So overall, the tires have been great. I want to touch on sand. Very, very little experience in sand with these tires. I have not heard great things online, but I'm not even going to give a number because I haven't been in the sand. I don't want to pretend like I have been. I just haven't. So this is probably where some of you guys might get offended, I guess. I hope not. There's no reason to. I'm going to talk about some of our previous tires and issues I've had with them. By far, the most issues I've had was with BFG all-terrains, and the main issue I had with all-terrains was sidewalls. Myself and many of our friends doing high-speed stuff have blown out many sidewalls, whether it be rocks or sticks or whatever. We have eaten through a lot of sidewalls. And I've heard this about BFG, which is weird to me because, they're known for Baja and they have, supposedly one of the best tires, which it is a very good tire. They're all terrains is what I'm talking about. But all the high speed stuff we've done, we've had a lot of issues with them. And these Milestars, so far, I haven't had any sidewall issues. Like I said, it's mostly high speed stuff. So I guess time will tell. The one issue I did have was I picked up a nail in the sidewall of one of the Milestars. I had to just plug it. It was the only thing I could do. To me, nails are just kind of one of those things that obviously should not be out in the desert or off-road. Never burn pallets. Only bring nice clean wood that doesn't have, nails or sharp objects in it. Other than that, I threw a plug in it and, we ran it for a while and now it's the spare, but I haven't had any sidewall issues, and we put down probably 600-700 miles off-road on these tires at a minimum. They probably have almost more off-road than they do on-road. So I just wanted to make this video because I see that these tires get kind of talked about a lot, and I know there's a lot of influencers who, push them in the beginning, and I think that they are honestly a good tire. I still think they're a good value for what you get, and I have a lot of experience in the off-roading world. Time will tell. I'm really curious what type of mileage I will get out of these tires. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative, and if you have any questions about the tires, let me know. Like always, thanks so much for watching, and let us know if you have any comments or questions.